Have you ever stopped to think about the story your life is telling? Not the one you post online, but the one that's going to live on in the minds of other people. So let's get into it, because today we're exploring a really simple but honestly profound idea about how to live a life that leaves behind a good story.
And this quote? This is the entire focus of our explainer today. It's pretty powerful, right? It just so perfectly splits into two big ideas, a fundamental truth about life, and then this empowering choice that every single one of us can make. Let's break it down.
All right, first things first, we have to start with the truth of it all. And look, this isn't meant to be grim or sad, not at all. It's really just about facing the reality of what it means to have a legacy. It's the foundation for everything else that follows. One day, you will be just a memory. Just let that sink in for a second. This is a universal constant, right? It's just an acknowledgement that our physical time here is temporary. What really, truly remains are the impressions we make on others. That's the real starting point for thinking about our impact. But then the quote adds these three little words, for some people. And this is so important. This isn't about becoming some huge historical figure that everyone remembers. It grounds our legacy in what's personal, in the intimate sphere of our lives, the people we actually connect with. Our story, it lives in them. Okay, so once we've accepted that truth, what do we do about it? This is where everything pivots. See, the second half of the quote, it isn't about fate. It's all about action. It basically hands the power right back to you.
Do your best. This is the game changer. It takes what could be just a passive observation and turns it into a direct personal instruction. It tells us that the quality of the memory we leave behind, well, it's not an accident. It's a choice, something we can actively work on, starting right now.
Think of it this way. It's not a burden or some kind of pressure to perform perfectly. It's more like an empowering invitation to be the author of your own story, to consciously decide what kind of character you want to be in the lives of the people around you. But this brings up a huge question, doesn't it? What does doing your best actually mean here? Does it mean you have to be perfect? No way, not at all. And this distinction is critical, so let's get really clear on it.
So here's the crucial point. Your best is all about your intention and your effort. It's about trying to be kind, trying to be fair, trying to show up for people. It's not about never ever making a mistake. And that frees us from the impossible weight of trying to be perfect.
In this distinction is everything. Perfection, it's an impossible standard. It's totally focused on the outcome, and it can often lead to anxiety or even just doing nothing. But intention? That's a guiding principle for your effort. It's something you can do every single day, focusing on the here and now, which is the only thing we can really control anyway. Okay, so we've got the truth and we've got the choice. Now let's see how this all builds into a simple, practical way to actually live this idea out. When you boil it down, it's really a three-step path. It all starts with just acknowledging the truth that we're not permanent. From there, we embrace our choice, our ability to shape the story we leave behind. And finally, we put it all into practice by just acting with good intention, focusing our daily efforts on being a good one. And that's really the key takeaway here. A good memory isn't the result of some single grand gesture. It's the sum total of thousands of small, everyday moments. How you listen, how you help, how you show up for people. Your legacy is being built right now, in this moment and the next one. So we come all the way back to where we started. But hopefully, this simple quote now lands with a whole new layer of meaning. It's really a complete philosophy for a meaningful life, packed into just 16 words. A truth and a choice. And that leaves us with this final question. Because this isn't about some distant future. It's about right now, today. The actions you take, the words you say, the kindness you show, all of it is writing the story of you in real time. So, what story do you want it to be?